The following video contains speculative themes and as such is not confirmed to be the direction that the storyline of Elite Dangerous is taking. You have been warned. One of the Galnet articles showcased on this service is a story of the Alexandria Megaship, a ship belonging to the AEGIS security service. Fleeing from the Oracle system in the Pleiades Nebula, the Alexandria has been involved in a running battle with a fleet of Thargoid interceptors who are chasing the megaship whilst it withdraws from the frontier colonies in the Pleiades Nebula towards Sol. AEGIS, who have been busy collecting Guardian artifacts in their production and research of new anti-Thargoid weapons, have amassed a considerable assortment of Guardian artifacts and gathered them all in the Delphi system for transport into the bubble. This gathering summoned a massive fleet of Thargoid ships who attacked the Delphi system whilst AEGIS loaded these Guardian artifacts on board the megaship Alexandria and fled the system. Not before heavily damaging the Oracle station in the system and causing mass casualties, the Thargoids dispatched Vanguard forces to harass the Alexandria in the HIP 16538 system, whilst this megaship refills its stocks of tritium to complete its journey. AEGIS has sent out a mobilisation request for pilots who are able to assist the defence of the ship. It is indeed true that this event could merely be the case that they are chasing the Alexandria for this reason, and this event may end up with a Thargoid incursion into the Sol system. However, I think there is enough factors in this to merit a closer look at the particulars of this story. Firstly, although Thargoid vessels have been seen to react negatively to Guardian technology, they usually only react in an aggressive way if you place a Guardian artifact in one of the map room plinths or if you shoot Guardian weapons at the Thargoids themselves. Although it has been stated in this article that AEGIS believe that this adverse response from the Thargoids is because of the large collection of Guardian artifacts all in one location, the thing that is odd with me on this supposed reason is that the Thargoids don't usually amass around large collections of Guardian technology. This is evident at the Guardian Tomb Worlds, where Thargoids are not known to lurk, yet it is known that these systems are known to the Thargoids. If they are merely drawn to large collections of Guardian artifacts, then the sites that we obtain this technology will be swarming with drones. What also calls these supposed reasons into question is that the bubble itself and Ramtar's base would also be a hive of activity for the Thargoids due to Guardian enhanced ships, yet they are not. The second strange factor in all of this is the origin point of the megaship Alexandria. Delphi was originally designated Pleiades Sector IR-W D1-55. Universal Cartographics officially renamed the system on December 11th, 3304. So again, the devs have chosen this name, and they did so around the same time that the Raxler and Darkwheel Codex entries came into existence. Delphi, in Greek mythology, previously called Pytho, in ancient times was a sacred precinct that served as the seat of Pythia, the major oracle who was consulted about important decisions throughout the ancient classical world. The oracle was international in character and also fostered sentiments of Greek nationality, even though the nation of Greece was centuries away from realisation. The ancient Greeks considered the centre of the world to be in Delphi, marked by a stone monument known as the Omphalos, that word meaning navel, which in turn means centre. With the attacks on Oracle Station that have coincided with this event, attacks that were so severe that Oracle Station was knocked somehow out of orbit, questions must be asked to why the writers chose the location of this event. To take a peek at the possible speculative meaning of this event, let's go back to Greek mythology. According to the myth, the temple of the oracle at Delphi was in honour of Apollo's clash with Delphine, the great serpent sent by Hera, the lover of Zeus and the mother of Apollo. After Apollo's victory, it was decreed that a temple would be built on the spot where Apollo won this clash. The oracle became the centre of religion for the ancient Greeks, and all leaders would be seen to consult the oracle's priestesses in order to garner any kind of support for their actions. The priestesses that inhabited the oracle of Delphi were said to have the ability to see the future through prophecy. This is why any leader would be wise to consult the oracle before any future endeavour was taken. These priestesses, otherwise known as the Pythonesses, according to the legend, would inhale psychoactive gases in a secret subterranean chamber below the oracle, which would give them their prognosticational abilities. These gases would emanate from the rotting corpse of the great serpent that Apollo had slain. Now at this site was also an artefact known as the Omphalos, which was placed here by Zeus as a marker of the centre of the world. We see in the Pleiades Nebula that there is a plethora of crashed Thargoid ships, surface structures, and what may be Thargoid motherships. It seems that the Thargoids at one point in time inhabited this area of space, yet abandoned it for some unknown reason, only to return in the 3300s. Now, it is inconclusive whether the Thargoid surface sites are in fact motherships or are bases of some kind. It is also inconclusive whether if in fact these motherships, if they are motherships, were the result of Commander Jameson's mission with the mycoid virus or had been there before these events. For whatever reason, the Thargoids seem to hold the Pleiades Nebula in some kind of reverence, and as the Thargoid probes hint, they seem to be looking for something in this area of space, and were transmitting their findings back to a permit lock system in Col 70. We hear mention in the Ramtar logs that the Guardian race had a war with the Thargoids and eventually won, driving the Thargoids out of Guardian claim space. We also see that if you insert Guardian technology into the Thargoid device, you will get an adverse reaction. They do not seem to like the Guardians. Even though we have done more damage to the Thargoids than the Guardians would have wished to have done with the mycoid virus, the Thargoids do not react in the same way if you insert human technology into these devices. In fact, they actively look for and harvest human escape pods in non-human signal sources. There is a possibility that the Guardians did in fact have some kind of presence within the Pleiades Nebula. We see this at Site 94. For more coverage on this, please watch the video linked above. Let's say hypothetically that the Thargoids had been driven out of the Pleiades Nebula during the First Thargoid War millions of years ago. They left behind structures, crash ships, and other entities on or under the surface of the planet within the nebula. As humanity moved into this region of space, the Thargoids began to return once more. Humanity, curious of the Thargoids and technology pertaining to the Thargoid race, under the surface of one of the planets in the Delphi system, they found something. This something was of great interest to the Thargoids, and in droves, Thargoid interceptors flocked to the system, which resulted in a massive assault on human installations. More so than usual was the ferocity at this location, and the assault resulted in the downfall of the Oracle Station. AEGIS, who are possibly connected to the club, loaded this object or entity into the megaship Alexandria and fled in order to bring it back into safe hands. The Thargoids vehemently pursued this megaship, and currently there is a battle to save this megaship from destruction. As to the identity of what exactly this thing was that they may have unearthed, it is unknown, as is of course whether they unearthed anything at all. My thoughts are that they did in fact do so. Could it be some kind of Guardian artefact that is hinted in the human myths of Homer's Odyssey? Or is it in fact a Thargoid queen, or the Thargoid queen? I guess we will have to wait and see. Thank you for the watch. I would like to thank the official members of the channel: David Gate, Ahsoka Ashletanyo, Swifto Scythe, Ministry of Magic Department of Mysteries, Patrick Green, the Wandering Reapers Gaming Community, Commander Omega 88, Alex Simon, and Moll Olsen. I would also like to thank Commander Salerno, who chose to back the channel via coffee. Membership options and Ko-fi links are in the description and on the homepage of the channel if you would like to back what I do here or want to see some exclusive videos, including an extended version of this one in the members section. Until next time, Commanders, 07.